Ricky, we have our trailer roundup now featuring a highly anticipated trailer, one that I was excited, ecstatic, elated to see. Spider Man Across the Spider Verse. What did you think of this trailer here? Movie dropping June 2nd. Second look at it. What do you think?
It's everywhere. I love it. I love it. It's a classic sequel. We're expanding the universe, right? And we're not only expanding the universe, but we're adding not like only one or two or three or four or five Spider-Men women like the first one, but we're going like how many Spider-Men are in this? Spider-Men are in this. So many.
I think it's like 240. Like I think they
Yeah.
have
So
240 different character designs for this movie of Spider-Man.
crazy. And like we got great like we already know 2099 Oscar Isaac. We already knew that. And we heard the rumor about Daniel Kaluuya, Spider Punk, and we got a Issa Rae. We get a little bit of that here, but yeah, like this looks like we expected, and it's gonna be interesting to see how they spin it here, going into a trilogy. It's gonna be really interesting to see. We're all supposed to be on the same side. How do they all get on the same side at the end of the day, going into the trilogy? You don't know that yet. I don't know if I hope they don't give us a tease at it and they wait till the movie, the actual like not no trailers are teasing it. I hope they wait till the actual movie. But yeah, this was good.
So exciting. A more mature Miles Morales and someone we're seeing taking on multiple Spider-Men, hundreds potentially of Spider-Men, and it seems like he's being tracked down for some reason, right? Maybe it's something that has to do with the villain. It doesn't make an appearance here in the spot, played by Jason Schwartzman, right? Doesn't show up in this trailer, and it makes me think by the spot not being here, we're looking at a two-movie arc potentially with Across the Spider
Yes.
Verse and then Beyond the Spider Verse. So here, I think we might actually have more of like Oscar Isaac as the adversary, 2099, and then spots introduced in the second half, the latter half of the movie that he's really behind whatever conflicts being introduced here, and then it's like 2099 in the core that we saw in Spider Verse taking on the spot in the third movie.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly how it's gonna go. It's just how we're gonna get there is the more the question, and how much is only gonna be one half of this movie or the full movie where Oscar Isaac's the main guy, main villain.
Mhm.
And then we're just teased with Jason Schwartzman's villain like throughout. It's gonna be interesting to see. I'm like the look, got the same look, everything. It looks awesome. I can't wait for it.
What's grabbing my attention is like as we said, there's going to be like over 200 like characters or Spider Men in this movie, individual designs. I think that was the number. It might have been 140. Not really positive on that. I might have to do a little research on the
100,
side.
200, what's the
But
difference?
still, the amount of effort that I think has gone into this movie, it's been delayed. I think that's only going to help its animation. We know animation takes longer to edit and go over and make sure you have the fine tuning of it. We know Phil Lord and Chris Miller, they take this franchise so seriously. And now I think they are, as you said, they're expanding the Spider Verse, okay? Not just the universe, the Spider Verse, and that they're going to have to actually tackle some things that people are really, really passionate about. Seems like Into the Spider Verse, they were able to shine some light on some characters that no one really knew about or cared about, like Spider Man Noir, no one knew about, like Spider Pig, no one cares about. But now, Spider Man 2099, right? You're getting into like some characters that matter, that people follow the comic books. And then you have like um the Spot, right? More notable villain of Miles Morales, going to be a notable character in this movie. And then you have like people that are devoted to the video games, right? With PS1 Spider-Man. Like people, this was some people's introduction to Spider-Man, you know? So it's like I remember playing the PS1 game and seeing that and the animation that like they put towards it, it's so spot on. And then there's just like the PS4 game with Spider-Man. You know, it's just there's so many different things they're attacking now that people are actually familiar with. So they got to make sure that they're holding true. And it's going to be special, I think. And I think actually this is one of the few delays that I'm comfortable with because I think they fine tuned it in a way where they're in the editor's room nonstop, making sure it's literally perfect, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think that it was gonna be perfect no matter what, in my opinion, because there's way too much behind it. I think so. I think you make the correct and right point, but at the end of the day, even if it did come out when it was supposed to come out, I think they would have made sure the animation was perfect, just like the first one. Too much is at the line, too much at stake because of the first one. Like it was, especially on the animation, a big reason why it did like so much success. I think it was going to be perfect no matter what. But I agree.
And I do want to say a big part of the first movie was that introductory trailer, which teased um, what's his Post Malone's new song Sunflower, right? Remember that back in 2017-ish, right? Beer Bongs and Bentley's amazing album, by the way. Check it out if you haven't listened to it in a minute, right? It's a little throwback for you. Metro Boomin is doing a lot of music here. Metro Boomin, big right now with his Heroes and Villains album. Have you listened to that at all, Ricky?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like Metro Boomin.
Have you listened to the new album?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm usually behind on albums, but when it's an artist I actually like, I jump right on it.
And like it has me excited because Metro Boomin, like he's almost like like just a better version of DJ Khaled, where he has like a bunch of people hopping onto his music. And sorry, DJ Khaled, like I know like you are an icon of sorts, but like Metro Boomin is like here and now, and I'm excited to see who's gonna hop on this soundtrack. And I was a little disappointed we didn't get anything during this trailer. It's just more about Miles Morales, his journey, and just showing off the different Spider-Man and like how much care was taken towards these characters. But I think the music does play a big part in like the follow-up to this movie. So I just wanted to shout it out real quick. And I guess going beyond that, like if we had to choose a Spider-Man that we saw here in the trailer, who are you most anticipated to seeing? Or or I guess to pair with it, like who do you want to see the most?
Mm. By the way, Double or Nothing, Big Sean with Metro Boomin, awesome album. The answer is Oscar Isaac, but I'm trying to be unique here. But just to be clear, the answer is Oscar Isaac. The Spider-Punk thing.
Kaluuya.
Why would Kaluuya do this? He's called himself, or Jordan Peele has called them like the De Niro Scorsese, right? So why would a Robert De Niro be doing this? I'm interested. So is he in it more than just a cameo, or is he in it like full throttle, similar to like a Nick Cage was?
I think it's less effort to do this because he's not doing the animation or anything like that. He's just providing a voice. And like you want to take like a young, exciting British actor. And also Miles Morales, you think about like Miles Morales, like the diversity aspect and how he's different from like other Spider-Man we've seen. It's like, okay, let's show another Spider-Man that like even though we can't see him, right, he is right a person of color like voicing this role, and he's young, he's exciting. You mentioned how he's like Jordan Peele's been touting him as the next De Niro. I think that is huge, and I like not to me it's huge. Like it's going to get people that like movies in general to go see it because Daniel Kaluuya is in it. You know, I don't know if he'll have any carryover to the next movie. I don't know how big his role will be, but I feel like you got to make some room for a guy who's won an Academy Award.
Yeah, I think it's more like up to him. Like
Yeah,
they probably asked, how much do you want to be in it? How much time do you have? It's like, all right, let's feed you
he
these
can
lines.
record his lines in
Right.
2 days, 3 days.
So,
You know,
and they
just
can
get
make
it
shift
done.
work. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like I love seeing PS1 Spider-Man. I
That's
did
pretty
love
cool.
seeing that. And that was like the same game, I believe, Ricky, that we used to play on PC. We used to play on our keyboards as like
That's so
6 and
wild.
7 and 8 years old. 8-year-olds.
Old.
Like to me, that was cool. And the fact that the animation stayed the same. It almost looked
Yeah,
glitchy.
that is
It
crazy.
looked glitchy. It's hazy. It's like, yeah, that's when it came out, and that's how we remember it. Here's that nostalgia pasted on the freaking theater on the
That is crazy to think about.
on the
They kept the
screen, you know?
glitchiness of it. That's pretty cool.
And there's been rumors now. Tom Holland, is he going to be appearing in this movie?
God.
We did see a snippet of this trailer that looked like Tom Holland, Spider-Man from the MCU, same suit that he had in No Way Home, is in this movie. It makes sense because this is a Sony production. There's no connection to the MCU. But I think the next question people are going to start to ask as this movie approaches, will Miles Morales now, if Tom Holland is going into this movie, will there be a Miles Morales that now is adaptable to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I think we talk about MCU trying to generate excitement, go with more familiar characters and go with characters people have a relationship with. I think we're looking at an opportunity for the first time. other than Tom Hardy's Venom with No Way Home, where it's like it could kind of be reciprocal. Like Sony's lending a character to the MCU rather than the MCU just saying like, yeah, you can have Tom Holland for a movie.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say, but yeah, no, that makes sense. I think Miles will happen at some point. Like it's just bound to happen.
Do you think it's
By
gonna be
Sony.
connected to Into the Spider-Verse
But
though? Do you
being
think it's like
connected is interesting.
I think it will be. Like I think
it
it's
makes
like
sense
after
beyond the
Beyond.
Spider-Verse. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they do it with Miles Morales. And Shamik Moore has mentioned, the person who voices Miles Morales, has mentioned that he would want to play Miles Morales in a
Like
real life.
it could be the greatest animated trilogy ever made, like alongside Toy Story, you know?
And they just keep it going.
And it's like, okay, just bring him over. But like, I don't even think you have to have Shamik Moore if you think that someone else is better in place. It is animation,
Right, but
you
yeah,
know. It's,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just like
yeah.
it helps. But I think like you have an opportunity here.
Yeah, the only things I know him in are Dope, which he was
No,
good in,
no,
but like
no, Dope.
no,
You're right,
Dope.
Dope, Dope.
Yeah, Dope,
Yeah.
2015. And then
I forget that movie's actually
didn't
solid. I like it.
yeah, it's a good movie. Blake from the Workaholics is in it. And then The Get Down, that failed show. Yeah.
With Will
So
Smith's son.
yes. So I don't know. I think you'd be fine, personally. I think you would be fine. But that's interesting. I thought you were gonna say if Tom Holland's in this, then Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield better be in this.
Oh wow, that's a I mean, let the speculation begin. Ricky Flex also just like absolute I guess I don't know how to describe it, just like a magnet for attention on social media when I post this. You're looking, you just saw the success they had, and people are saying, are they going to appear in Secret Wars? I think the question becomes, are Andrew Garfield and excuse me. I think the question is Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire going to show up in the Spider-Verse universe? I think that is the question that's alongside the Secret Wars that no one's paying attention to. So I think well done, Ricky Flex. I think that's a possibility. I think it's more than a possibility. I think there's a higher chance that they appear in this universe than they do in Secret Wars.
I agree. They already had their shine in that universe. I completely agree.
Relationship to Sony, easier time to like actually execute this idea.
And yeah, exactly. And I think we gotta say, we say it a lot, but we gotta say it again. Sony got so lucky with this animation. They did not expect to do a trilogy. They did not expect this to even like us talking about us connecting it to the real live action version of Spider-Man. Like just that this is a possibility that we're talking about. Sony, like they're the luckiest studio alive, right? Like they're so lucky.
They are lucky, dude. And like they're lucky that Phil Lord and Chris Miller just dropped on their laps. And they are lucky that the Spider-Verse did as well as it did, because what else do they have to look forward to aside from their connections with the MCU? Venom,
good point.
Morbius, Madam Web looks like, even like by the stills, it's gonna be terrible. I'm gonna call it Craven. Craven, I can say like maybe could it be promising, but I'm nervous. Like Craven will be like for some reason I keep thinking of Bullet Train because of Aaron Taylor Johnson. Like I could see it being like they want to make it seem legit, but then it ends up being just like box office fluff.
Just I think it'll be like Venom 1, like better than Venom 1, but very similar where like everyone likes it, but is it that good? I don't.
You just don't have faith in it, But like you have faith in Phil Lord and Chris Miller because of the medium, because of the animation. Definitely. It's different, and it's proven to be successful. And there is a hype to this movie where there's going to be people that love it no matter what. Like it's almost impossible to fail at this point. It just seems like it's inevitable. This is going to be an absolute banger.
Yeah, agreed. Like I can't wait for this.
All right. Any other final thoughts on Across the Spider-Verse before we wrap up here?
No. The most anticipated draft, it's going to be in the top billing there.
Oh, and I would also say future draft. Like once that movie comes out, right, on June 2nd, which is sooner than we think, right? We're looking 6 months from now, right? 5 months, right? I would say future draft's going to be of Spider-Man.
Like rankings?
No, a draft. There's how many Spider-Man in this movie? There's going to be a draft.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Sorry, I thought you meant like people like this Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Tom
And
Holland's
it
Andrew
will
Garfield.
call for a Spider-Man movie ranking as well. That's going to be a huge 2-week period for the drive-in.
Yeah, that's summer. That's gonna kick off the summer hard.
Yeah,
Hard.
it's going to be crazy. I'm so excited. 2023, I think it's actually going to just kick 2022's ass at the theaters.
Agreed.